What up, YouTube? This is your boy Jesse. This is Project Mercedes 190E. This is the swap I'm putting into it. This is going to be a 4.8 out of a 2500 Express van. And what we're going to do to this 4.8 is we're going to take out the cam. We're going to put an LS2 out of a GTO cam. We're going to replace the lifters, the trays, lifter trays, push rods, LS6, valve springs, port, and I don't know about polishing the heads yet. And let's see what we could get out of it. Gonna put an LS1 Corvette intake manifold. That's out of a LS1, so it has the, I could upgrade the fuel injectors if I needed to from the LS6. But this is gonna be for the little Mercedes 4-door that I got, a little project, and this is just for a flip. Since I got this motor and I came along this car, they're gonna go in together. Right now I'm getting the 4L60 rebuilt. I'm gonna be using a Tech EFI because I got it all on the shelf. I got all the little parts here, so I'm not gonna be buying anything, but it should be working good. Like, it should make good power. All right, YouTube, this is gonna be the new project. Just wanted to make a video of the motor before I take it apart, and I got all the little goodies that I'm gonna put on it. Melting pump, take off the tie rod bolts and put ARP bolts, and depending on how those bearings look, see if I got some standard sizes, and I'll probably replace that too. So I'll keep y'all updated. Coming back, YouTube, on the 4.8, I removed the heads. We're gonna be doing some lifter replacement with the valve trays. The lifter trays, my bad. And we're gonna be cleaning up all this, cleaning up the pistons, and getting it ready to put the heads back on there. The heads are gonna get poured and polished. I'm doing that in-house. But we're gonna get it done. Just wanted to show the update. 4.8. All right, YouTube. What up, YouTube? 4.8 coming back with a cam swap. New cam cover, and then I'm gonna put a new timing chain, new melting pump. That's the 4.8. Flat pistons. So we're gonna get back on it. Here, I'm gonna put this LS2. That's the original cam over there. There's a part number. Bam. There it is. 4519 are the last numbers of that cam. And so here we go. All right, YouTube. The cam plate is on. Now it's time to put on the cam bolts to put on the gear. So I can put on the timing chain. And then we'll jump onto the oil pump. Okay, we got the top sprocket on from the cam, and then we got the timing chain on. So we got the LS2 timing chain with the LS2 cam. And the only reason I use the LS2 timing chain is because it's a little bit thicker than the normal one. So maybe it'll last a little longer, And next thing we're gonna put on is the melting pump. It's the high volume one. Here's the part number, just in case y'all need it. This motor's a 07, so just make sure it's gonna be I think they're all the same thing. So you just it has a gear right there. Just want to slide that over that gear. And oh, before all that, just want to let y'all know that right here I have some kind of silicone, and my preferred silicone for that I've always used is this one. Okay, it's from Toyota, and that's the part number right underneath it, right there. So just in case I want to use it, you know, it works awesome, man. That's like the best thing I've ever used. There's nothing on the back of this one, but that's just like a little tiny light layer. It's like 2 dots on each end, and I just, you know, smoothed it out, and I mean small dots. Okay, so we're putting on the oil pump here. Slides right on. It's on there. Now to see where my oil pump screws went. Okay, found them. And that's it. That's all there's to it. Alright, cutting y'all on because I was tightening up these screws and I didn't have my torque wrench or anything on me. So I stopped, and I wanted to let y'all know these are 18 foot-pounds. So like that, y'all could torque them down. And I'm gonna show y'all my torque book. So like that, anyone that's doing LS motors, man, I'm gonna help y'all out big time. Okay, this is the LS torque. You know, all the actual bolts. I'm gonna run down this book so y'all could see it, and just pause it whenever y'all want. Okay. There it is. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare out. Okay. So like that. Oh, there's some more over here. Sweet. And if y'all want this book, it's this one, the LS Engine Conversion Handbook. When I first started years ago, this was my Bible at first for this, because it taught me so much, man. Like, it shows you everything. So just in case. But back to the motor. So I'm just gonna tighten them down. And like you heard, I'm just like letting it stop or it dies down. I'm not letting the torque ratchet here to do all the work, though. I don't want the impact to over tighten this shit for me. Alright, I use the old school little torque wrench, my little baby one. I want to bust out a big ass torque wrench for this, and it's this one. Okay, so it's easy to use. This one has the inch pounds on the bottom and the foot pounds on top, and we're going for 18, so it's somewhere around the 200 around there on the inches. I'm gonna do like 10 foot-pounds first, and then I'm gonna go the last 8. I'm gonna give it to it, but first I'm gonna go 10. Okay. Around there. I'm just gonna run through it. I'm gonna keep you up here. 10. 10, and then again the last 8. Boom, right there. You know, and I'm gonna jump down to the other side. 18, down to this side. 18. 18. Bam. That's it. Now it has the milling pump. Next, I'm gonna, of course, you put back the pickup tube, and on this pickup tube, I would have to use the green gasket because this one comes with two gaskets. This little box, so it gives you two options in case you have a different kind of dipstick on there. You're able to change out the seals in it, and it will work with any pickup tube, the milling pump. Well, there it is. So now we got, you know, LS2 cam, ARP bolts on the cam gear, LS2 chain, milling pump. So this little 4.8 is gonna have plenty of oil, and it has the high pressure spring in there because it comes with two options. Either you want to drop down the pressure, or you want to have it high. On this one, we're gonna have it high. So 4.8 build coming good. I'll catch y'all all back on when I get some more stuff done. All right, I cleaned it all up already, both sides. So like that, when I put the heads on, I have no issues. I already put in the LS7 lifters on this side with the new GM lifter trays, and I cleaned this side up too. Came out really nice. I cleaned all the pistons as best as possible. So now I just need to finish putting in the lifters, and I'm gonna, you know, I don't know how long this motor's gonna sit right here on the engine stand, so I'm gonna put some assembly lube. I use this one. It's from Lucas. Works pretty good. And I'm gonna lube up everything so like that when I drop the lifters in there, they stay nice and lubed for a minute. I don't have to worry about the motor sitting dry there. But I'm gonna get back on it. Here are the lifters, the ones I got left, and the lifter trays are right there. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on when I get more accomplished. Well, let me put some lifters in. Okay, my people, I'm back with the heads now on the 4.8 build. And I just wanted to show y'all, I did some porting on these heads. I've been doing porting for a while. This is just a regular port. There's no polishing involved on this set. Just because it's just a regular street car, we just did it just for a little bit more performance. But this is just a little porting that I did, as you could see. Nothing too big, but it's nicely done. So like that, they could get a little bit more power out of this motor. And then the other thing that I did is that I had some LS1 valves, intake valves. So I did a 3-angle valve job and upgraded the valves that, you know, the 4.8 and the 5.3 have the same small intake valves, which are these, as you could see. Let me try to line it up as best as possible. It's just a little bit bigger, you know, but everything makes a little bit more power. As you can see, I'm gonna put it in here, and you can see the difference of how big the other one is. So that should give me a little bit more power, and that's what we're doing. So we're gonna put these heads together and drop them on that 4.8. They've been steam cleaned by the actual machine shop that I use, they steam cleaned them, so they're nice and clean. So now I could assemble them, and they'll be ready to go back on a 4.8. And I do have a set of 243 heads there, ported and polished, but I don't want to lose any compression, so I went ahead and kept the regular original 4.8 heads, just because they're going to give you more compression than if you were to drop those 243 heads on there. So I'm going to put these bad boys together and put them on the engine. All right, I'll cut y'all back on when I get more done. Back on a 4.8 build. Got the heads back on there. On this, these heads I wound up using studs. I didn't use the factory bolts. And we got the LS6 springs on there. New valve seals. And new push rods from Jegs. You know, a little bit hardened rods just to make it a little bit more durable. And that's where I'm at now. So what I'm gonna wind up doing next is I'm doing an upgrade on the rocker arms. Here they are. I took off all the bearings off there, the needle bearings, and I've never had the needle bearings break on me like the factory ones. But the only reason I'm doing that upgrade here is because whatever I put this motor in, I don't want to ever have to open it up like for a while. I just want to put this motor in the swap that I'm doing and just leave the car alone and just enjoy it. A lot of people do buy motors and just drop them in their car, and then, you know, later down the line you got to take it back out and do whatever you need to do to it, as in fixing things. So might as well just go that extra step and do it the first time, so you don't have to do all this crap later. You could just enjoy the car that you're dropping it in and not have to worry about it again. Well, the next thing I'm going to be doing is, of course, the upgrade on the rocker arms here, and I'm going with some trillion upgrade. And this one is going to be a bronze. I'm not going to use any bearings. I've really liked these bronze trillion upgrades. They're real durable. On this one, I went with the PRW, just because they were, I'm not gonna say cheap, but I want them on an auction on eBay, so I got them for a pretty good deal. But this is what they look like. You get the little, let me try to get one out just so you can see what it looked like. So it looks like this. Okay. And of course you need I always use a vise. I have the vise right here on the floor. I usually have it mounted, but I took it off. But I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna put all these bad boys in there. It's real simple. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all seen videos on YouTube, so I'm not gonna take up y'all's time showing y'all that. But I'm gonna use this upgrade for my rocker arms like that. Once I put them on, it's a done deal, and I don't have to ever worry about that again. You can just close the motor up, enjoy the motor, and have fun with the car and whatever car I put it in. So I'll cut you back on when I get more done. Okay, coming back with the 4.8 build. I got the bronze trillion set on there with the screws that it provided, the LS6 springs, everything's torqued down. The push rods are in place on both sides. Okay, so that part is done. So moving on to the rest. Just wanted to let y'all see how everything came out. They're nice and clean. I washed them up with some purple industrial degreaser, and that's where I'm at on this part of the build. It's coming out good.